Hi guys, today we are going to be doing something that I have been meaning to do for such a long time. We're going to kind of reorganize my single shadows and you will see that they are all a mess. So this is probably going to be quite a long video. I have a lot here, like I don't even really know where to begin, so I guess this is going to be sort of a collection video. I don't know if I'm going to declutter something, maybe not. That's not really like the point of this video, and I don't really think that I will, but we'll see what happens when we start to get into it. So yeah, I guess we're just gonna kind of go. I'll just open one of these palettes at a time, let you know what is in here, what I want to do with it, and just sort of show you my collection. Probably won't be any swatches in this video because I'm pretty sure that I have used most of these things in videos, and I will just refer you to the videos and if there's anything that you want to see. So let me just go ahead and start and show you this, because this is my Cliona Cosmetics stained glass collection and I absolutely love these. These are not going anywhere. I'm going to keep them in this palette and I don't think I'm going to do anything else with them. Now I do have some other singles that I have in another palette from Cliona that are sort of the more iridescent ones, so I might end up putting those back in here after I've sort of made up my mind. Like I said, I don't really know what it is that I want to do, so for now I'm just going to kind of put this aside and we'll kind of just see what happens. So next up here we have, oh, these are my God, what is this brand called? The Pastel Roses. The Pastel Roses UK shadows. I did get these sent in PR, and honestly, a lot of these shadows I did get sent in PR. I would probably say that half, or maybe even more than half of all of these shadows I've been sent in PR. So I just want to be very upfront with that because I do have a very large collection, and for the most part, single shadows are quite expensive. So I would not have bought all of these myself, you know, if I didn't have them sent, because it's just a lot and I just don't have time to use them. So yeah, I have a big collection. Just short disclaimer, you don't need to have this many eyeshadows because it's absolutely ridiculous. But all of these fit very nicely in here, so I'm just going to kind of keep them in here all together. Next up, I think these are my Menagerie shadows, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, these are all my shadows from Menagerie, and I think I may have a couple of other ones. So I'm going to put this one aside just in case I find some others that I can put back in here. Let's see what is in this one. It's a surprise every time. Okay, so these need to go back in their homes. This is a dupe that I did duping the Pat McGrath Decadence palette, so these need to go back in their place. Where are these shadows from? I feel like I should know. I know I have some Adept Shadows in here. This one is from Colourpop. I should probably just look at these. This is from, where are you from? Shroud Cosmetics. This I think is from Cosmic Turtle. That is correct. This one I don't know for sure. That is a Cliona shadow, which I do have more Cliona shadows. This Colourpop, I did look at that one already. This one is from Cliona as well, so I'm just going to kind of put these here. I think this one is also from Cosmic Turtle, correct. And this last one here is a weird size, probably from Nabla. Is that from Nabla? That is from Nabla, okay. This one is from Makeup Geek. These are from Adept, so I'm gonna put these aside here, and then when I get to the palettes that have those shadows in them, I will put them back where they belong. This is actually a custom Colourpop palette that I made myself. This is the Chasing Rainbows palette that I depotted and I put in my own shadows and sort of made my own little color story, and I really like this. I think this turned out so good. Unfortunately, I haven't really had time to use it, but I was just sort of sitting around, you know, playing with my singles, trying to come up with something fun, and I really think this color story is very interesting and inspiring, and I feel like I could do a lot with this. So I think I'm just going to keep this the way it is because it's just, I don't know, it's just pleasing to look at, and maybe I'll use it one day, maybe I won't, but at least I have the option to. So I'm trying to kind of breeze through this. Like I said, these are not all of the shadows that I have. I have more on the side here, so it's going to be a long video. These are, let's see, where are these from? These are from Baby Bat Beauty. This is the Neon collection. I'm going to keep these in here, I think, unless I change my mind, but they fit very nicely in this little quad, so, or not quad, but this little palette. If you're wondering where these are from, this one is from Shop Miss A, and these are, I think, like $5, maybe even less. I really like these for like making my own color stories, and they're nice and small, and this one is dirty. But yeah, that's to be expected. So I'm gonna keep these in here, like I said. Next up, we have some shadows from, let's see, what are these? These are from Luxie, I think. Yeah, these are from Luxie. So these aren't my favorite shadows, if I'm being completely honest. I know that Luxie has better shadows than these. I mean, I am going to keep them just in case I need like dupes or anything like that, it's nice to just have options. But I never reach for these. I don't think the mattes are particularly good. The shimmers are okay, but the mattes are kind of whatever. But like I said, I'm probably not going to be decluttering because there's really no point in decluttering my singles in my opinion, because I mean, I have the room for them, so I might as well just keep them. So here's where I'm kind of torn, because these are some of my iridescent shadows, and I'm wondering if I should put all of the iridescent shadows that I have in one palette all together, despite like, or just not looking at the brands at all, because that way I would probably get more use out of them, and I could put just one palette in front of me on my vanity or my desk where I do my makeup, and then kind of pull in one of these iridescent ones every time, because now I feel like all my iridescent shadows are sort of just spread out. So maybe that is what I will do. See, this is why it's so hard, because I do like having everything organized by brand, because in my head it makes a lot more sense when it's something that I'm like looking for. I know exactly where to look. So yeah, I'm not really sure, but these are from Mba Cosmetics. These are the iridescent chameleons, and I love all of these. They're absolutely beautiful. You probably can't even see like on camera the colors of these. Sometimes if you like flip them around, you can kind of see the shifts, but yeah, I'm filming in natural daylight now, so it's maybe not, I mean, it should be okay for showing shifts, but I don't know if sitting in front of my window is going to be the best for this. But anyway, I'm gonna think about what I want to do with these and put those aside as well, just in case there is something that I want to do with them. Next up, let's see what we got in here. It's a surprise every time. Okay, so these are all of my Glaminatrix shadows. I figure I can just leave them in here because I might have more than these though, so maybe I will pull these into one of the larger palettes. I have these I've shown in a video before. Like, this is so big. Do you see how big this is? It literally covers the whole screen. This is from Gimme Glow, and it's one of the XXXL empty palettes, and I think I do want to put some stuff in here. I haven't quite decided yet what I want to do with those, but I do have 2 of them, so I do kind of want to fill those up. Maybe do like multiple brands in one, with the brands that I don't have that many shadows from. Maybe that could be an idea. Not really sure, but I'm for now gonna keep all of my Glaminatrix shadows in this palette because they fit very nicely. This is a mishmash of stuff. I think, let's see what is in here. Okay, never mind. So these are my Cliona single shadows that are not the stained glass collection. So I'm going to take the ones that I had in here, which was this one. I'm not gonna worry about like, you know, color placing and being too organized about this, because I'm just not an organized person in general, so I don't really care about that. So yeah, that's nice. I got a couple of these out of the way. Just need to find the rest of the homes. Going to put those aside. I do really like the Cliona regular formula as well. They have really nice eyeshadows just in general. Okay, we're gonna save, I guess, the largest palettes for last. Let's see what is in this. I think these are Shein by SD shadows. Yeah, these are all Shein by SD shadows. So here's what I'm thinking. I want to take all of these iridescent ones. Is that what I want to do though? And put all of them into just one palette, but I gotta decide which palette that I want to do that with, because it needs to be a size that, probably one of these palettes to be honest. And then what I'll do is, okay, these are all of my Terra Moon shadows. These fit very nicely in here though. Let's see, I just want to see what is in the rest of these. Okay, so here are more Shein by SD shadows, which also fit nicely in this, but I do have a couple of other ones in here that I would like to merge in with these. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take these bottom 2 rows and move these over into this palette, and then do the iridescent ones, like I said, all together in one palette, because I just feel like I will get more use out of them this way. So maybe I can use this palette to put all of my iridescent shadows in, unless I have, you know, too many that they're not going to fit. But I'm just going to move these very quickly into the other palette. I hope that I'm in frame right now because I'm not used to this setup, so hopefully everything is okay, but I think that's a good plan. Look how messy this is. Story of my life. Okay, I'm going to close out. These are so beautiful. I mean, just look at how shiny they are, and just, oh, I love them. I love them. I could stare at these shadows all freaking day. I think that they are so beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna put these aside. Here we have another one. If you're wondering about these palettes in particular, these are from Adept Cosmetics, and these are my favorite palettes in my collection, like empty palettes. These are made out of faux leather, I'm pretty sure. They're very, very, very nice quality. They have like a crocodile texture on them, and they're just wonderful. I think I got mine from Amazon. Did I? No, I think I bought them from their site. They're usually sold out though, but they do sell on Amazon sometimes. They are quite expensive. I think I paid between $20 and $30 for one of these, but they are absolutely amazing. Okay, so here I have a bit of a problem because I have two of these face products from Lethal, and I don't really know. I really hope that I have one of these other palettes with the rest of those products in, because I would like to keep them all together. These I think are my Makeup Geek shadows, which is, wait, no, they're not. They're definitely not. These are from Natasha Denona. These are from a depotted Natasha Denona palette, so I guess these are just going to stay in here. See, this is what I mean. Like, it's just all over the place, and it's slightly annoying. I would like to do something with these two, but I gotta see where I have the rest of the stuff and where I can put those, just so I have a little bit more of an organized mind here. Let's see what is in this one. Oh, okay, so these are more, wait, these are from Terra Moons. Okay, so these are from Terra Moons. I'm going to move the Terra Moon shadows in with the other Terra Moon shadows. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense, because I thought I had one of these that could be empty, and then I will use, these are from Terra Moon, yeah. So I'm going to move all, can you see anything? Okay, I'm going to move all of these into here, and then I'm going to use this palette for all of my iridescent shadows. I think that sort of makes sense. Okay, so I think this looks pretty good, and then we're gonna move all of these over. I'm just doing it kind of by matte and shimmers, not by color at all, as you can see, because I just don't get inspired when things are organized by color. To me, it just looks really boring that way. Okay, perfect. I like that a lot. That was a nice little organization right there. So I think these are done. I can put these on this side because I don't think I need to get into that palette again. What was in this one? These were my Shine by SD shadows. I think those can stay in there. Unless I find more, then I might move my Shine by SD shadows into one of these giant palettes, because I would like to have them all from one brand in one palette. So let's just kind of see what happens here. So this is an empty palette. That's good. I'm going to put this with the other empty palettes. What did we have in here? We had some iridescent shadows. Yeah, okay, so these are the iridescent ones. I'm going to put the iridescent ones into this one. I'm actually going to clean this off a little bit, because this is going to be the new home for these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all of these iridescent ones as well. These were from Terra Moons, and I'm going to put all of these shadows into this palette and just kind of have a mishmash of iridescent shadows in here. I think that that is just going to be the best way for me to get more use out of these. I might end up confusing the brands and stuff, but I mean, it doesn't really matter now, does it? So maybe these aren't enough to be in this giant palette, so maybe I will move these into a smaller palette after I've gone through the rest and kind of see what I have left for palettes. But as of right now, I feel like there's too much space in here. Like, I don't like the way this is looking. Okay, let's move into this one. I think these are all of my depotted Colourpop shadows, which is correct. So these are from all of the monochromatic palettes. I don't really know what I want to do with these, to be completely honest. I mean, I'll probably keep them just for, you know, duping purposes if I ever need them, or for, you know, building my own palette. I really don't do that very often, and I'm honestly not like, it's not that I don't like Colourpop shadows. I think they're totally fine, but they don't really blow me away that much. So I'm kind of indifferent about these, but they are kind of fun to look at, so maybe I'll just leave these the way they are. It's so annoying. I don't know why I decided to keep these stupid glitters. I think I wanted to just like keep the palettes together the way they were, but since I've already sort of, you know, taken them out of their original packaging and they're not really all together because I have other shadows in other places, like the other palette that I'd made, maybe I'll just get rid of the glitters. I mean, there's only one in here because I've already gotten rid of the other one that was supposed to be here, and there's like glitter everywhere. So I'm gonna take this orange glitter and just throw it away because I do not like glitters, and I'm just going to leave these the way they are. Let's move into some of the smaller magnetic palettes that I have here, because I do have, you know, certain brands that I just don't have that many shadows from, and this kind of this pile. So This is where I'm also a little bit like, do I want to consolidate and put more brands in one palette, or do I want to keep them separated? I'm not really sure. Here we have something from Divina, and this is not from Divina, this is from Glaminatrix. Okay, that's a bit of a problem because I do have more than these shadows. So these were from Glaminatrix. I'm pretty sure you probably cannot see, but this palette is completely full, so I would like to possibly move my Glaminatrix shadows into a palette where they can all fit together. Now, do I have a palette that is big enough for that? Maybe what I will do, see, this is going to be a long video. I will put all of my Glaminatrix shadows into that black palette that I originally put the iridescent ones in, and then I will put the iridescent ones into this palette. Maybe that's what I'll do. Okay, this is so much better. I like where this is going a lot more. So, do I have more shadows that can go in here? Possibly. I'll be so mad if I find out that I have more than I have room in this palette with iridescent shadows, because then I might have to rearrange everything again. But for now, this is looking pretty good. Now, let's move into the piles that we have here. We're gonna start with, let's see what is in this one. Here we have, okay, these are my Adept Shadows. That is perfect because now I can put these two little babies back in their home. Don't I have more than this? I feel like I have more than this from Adept, but maybe I don't. I'm not completely sure, but that is a beautiful palette. I like that a lot. Gonna put these aside just in case I do have more and I need to move them into a different palette. These were, like I said, the dupes that I had made that I need to put back into their homes if I can find them. Here we have an Inglot. I hate these Inglot palettes. Oh, they're so annoying. So maybe what I'll do is I'll move these Touch of Glam shadows into one of the palettes that I have emptied now. Let's see, will they fit in the... No, they'll definitely not fit in that one. Do I have another one that is a little bit smaller that I can put them in? I have some shadows here from Nabla. Maybe I will move these shadows into this palette and move the Nabla shadows somewhere else, because these can definitely go in one of the large palettes with another brand, because I don't have that many shadows from Nabla. I do really like these shadows, so I think they're very, very nice quality. But I really like this magnetic palette from Colourpop a lot more than the Inglot one. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move these. So these are highlighters, but they're just going to go in here because they're from the same brand. So that's just how we're doing things right now. But these are beautiful shadows. Touch of Glam has some amazing, amazing shimmers. They are an Etsy brand though, so if you're trying to find their website and you have some troubles, that's probably why. So, not very organized at all, but story of my life. Can I put these in a different way so it looks a little bit more pleasing to the eye here? Can you see anything? I hope so. I think we're gonna just go with this, whatever, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna put these aside because those are done. And now I can, I don't know, do something else with this Inglot palette, even though I don't really want to use it for anything, if I'm being completely honest. But it'll be like a last resort. Where is the lid? Oh, it'll be like a last resort thing if I need to put a brand in here that maybe I don't like that much. Moving on, we have, what are these? That shadow needs to go because that is a mess. I think these are from Sydney Grace. This is like broken. I am not about repressing shadows. I don't have time for that because I don't use my shadows enough to really care enough. So yeah, these are from Sydney Grace. I'm going to keep them. I don't really use them very often, but they do have a quite nice formula. So let's see, how do I want to do this? I'm just gonna kind of leave them like, I don't know, like this, I guess. Just gonna put those aside. Those are good to go. Next up we have, oh no, I have more iridescent shadows. Okay, I'm gonna put these in with, oh, these are the Cliona ones. So I want to put the Cliona ones in with the rest of the iridescent. If I have room, I'm gonna do that. Crossing my fingers here that I will at least have room for all of my round ones. I don't even know where some of these are from. but they're just gonna go in here. Some of these aren't even iridescent ones. They're just very, very light colored ones, but I think that's fine. Oh no. Making a mess. Oh, and I also have another one from Adept here, which I don't think is going to go in here, and it also is not going to go in the other palette with my Adept ones because there's no room, which is sort of annoying. So these I think I'm just going to declutter. I don't know. What is this one anyway? That is such a dry formula. This is Red Mist from Sydney Gray. I'm going to put that back in with the Sydney Gray shadow. I honestly don't even like that shadow, but since I have room for it, it's just going to go in here and probably never get used ever again. This one is from Divina. That one is so dry as well. I don't even like that shadow. This is a lesser version of Red Giant from Terra Moons. Yeah, that's so dry and so chalky. I'm gonna get rid of that one because I don't see myself ever using it because I have something that's way better. This is a highlighter from Divina, which is way too light for me to use as a highlighter. So I don't really know what I'm gonna do with that. I'm gonna put this one aside. I don't know, find a highlighting home for that one or something. Not really sure. What do I want to do with this one? Can I make room for this shadow in here? Probably. And that's gonna be very close. Is it gonna fit? It does fit. Okay, cool. For some reason I thought that that shadow was bigger. Okay, that's good. I don't really mind that there's a square shadow in there. I'm sure that's going to bother some people, but doesn't bother me. I am going to just move one of these over here though and just kind of have this be, where do I want to put it? Doesn't matter. Okay, stop it, Annette. What do I want to do with these? Do I want to put them back in with my Cliona shadows? Probably. I think that's what I'm gonna do. But at least now we have the iridescent ones, which is nice. I'm happy about that. So these are all my Cliona shadows from the Stained Glass collection all together in one place. I think that is fine. Now I have another empty palette here, which I like that because I kind of thought that I was running out of room or running out of empty palettes. But now that I kind of can put them all together a little bit better, I have more room, which is nice. So what I was looking at is I have a palette here which has some random stuff in it. These are some shadows from Bitter Lace Beauty that I don't really use, and some highlighters that I don't really use because they just don't really fit me. I'm just torn if I want to get rid of these or if I want to keep them because I just don't see myself ever using these because, like I said, they just... This one though, this one looks pretty good on me. Maybe I will keep this one. This one is from Luxie. It's in the shade Innocent. Is this the one that I like? It's a beautiful... I have so many highlighters like this though. Do I really need to use a single highlighter? Because I don't really use single highlighters very often. I think I'm just going to declutter all of these, to be completely honest, because I just don't really ever use them. I would like to keep this one though. This is a really, really cool shadow from Bitter Lace Beauty. Oh, it's also a limited edition one. I do want to keep that. I'm going to put that here aside, and I'm actually going to get rid of these because I just don't ever see myself using them. Okay, good. We're getting to the bottom of this. I don't really have a lot to go. I feel like I'm missing something though. Like, what am I missing? What do I have in here? Is this the last bit that I'm kind of looking for? No, these were my... Oh, because I'm pulling from the wrong pile. That makes a lot more sense. Let's go through the rest of these. So these are from Cosmic Turtle Cosmetics, and we do have some shadows in here that needs to go back. I'm gonna put these in here and in here. I don't love these shadows. I think the formula is okay, but it's nowhere near my favorite formula. But I am going to keep them because, like I said before, I don't really have a reason to declutter, especially like everything from one brand, even if it's not my favorite, because I do have colors in here that I feel like are maybe a little unique to my collection, so I don't mind keeping these. I might get rid of this one though. This one is looking kind of gross. I don't know. It's kind of looking like it has not mold in it, but it's just... Oh, that's so nice and creamy though. Maybe it was just like the top layer. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna keep it. It's totally fine. I'm gonna leave it in there for now. And then we have these two, which were those from Colourpop? Where are my Colourpop shadows? They must be coming very soon here. I'm gonna put those aside. Those are done. I'm gonna move into this one, which is, okay, more of these from Bitter Lace Beauty. I guess now I can just put the other one that I had in here because now these can all sort of fit together. I did get all of these sent in PR and they're really, really cool shadows, but they're not the kind of shadows that I really, you know, reach for very often. They're very, very dark and would really only be good for doing like smoky eyes. This red is really cool, even though it is more of a satin shimmer, which I do have a lot of satiny red, so it's not like unique to my collection. This one is really cool as well. It has two colors in it with like the little moon in the middle, so definitely want to keep it just for like, you know, aesthetic purposes because I think it's very unique and different. Let's see, here we have a double-sided palette from Adept Cosmetics. Can you tell I really like my Adept palettes? Here we have, okay, these are my Colourpop shadows, which, like I said before, not like the hugest fan of Colourpop single shadows, but they're fine enough that I'm not going to declutter any of them because I don't really feel like decluttering anyway. So we're just going to put those back in where they belong. And then on this side we have Divina. I don't think I have any Divina that I need to put anywhere else, so I'm just going to leave those in there for now. And here we have another Adept Cosmetics palette, another double-sided one. I really like these ones. I think that they are very cool. Oh no. Okay, so this is where I have my mishmash of brands. You need to come with me because I cannot deal with you. I'm actually going to get rid of this one. This is from a Deep Potted Glamlight palette, which I'm not really too upset about losing that shadow, to be completely honest, because I have so many greens. But this is good because I get to put the rest of these back here. So this one was from Makeup Geek. That's going to go here. This one was from Shroud Cosmetics, which is these two shadows as well. Where is the other one that I had that was from Shroud? Did I put that back in with something else? Wait, no, this is from Nabla. Yeah, this is from, that's gonna go with Nabla. What did I do? I'm so confused right now because these were my Shroud shadows and then I put some of these in the wrong place. Whatever. I'm just gonna keep this palette the way it is because honestly, this is such a mess. Like, I tried to depot these shadows, like I said, from one of the Glamlight palettes. I think it was a Burger palette that was like seeping with oil, and I tried to depot them and put like magnets on the back, and it just turned into a mess. And I think I'm just gonna get rid of these, to be completely honest. I haven't used them since I depotted it, and I feel like they're not really that special enough, and they just annoy the crap out of me. So we're just gonna get rid of those, and I need to try to pick this thing up, which is easier said than done. And it's probably funny that these are like 3 neutral shadows, and probably the only neutral shadows that you'll see like this in my whole collection. These are from Makeup Geek as well. I think I got these sent in like a boxy charm a very long time ago. Yeah, these are all from Makeup Geek, and I don't know why I keep them because I will probably never use them, but this brown is actually quite nice, so I'm not mad about having a dark brown in here. This is a random shadow that I have from... oh, I don't even know the brand of this one. That's too bad, but I'm gonna just keep that in here for now. Where is this one? Oh, that's from the same brand as this one. And these are from Shroud, and I don't know where the other Shroud shadows went. I'm sure you all like, you put them in with blah blah blah, but it's fun. What do I want to do with this? I don't have anything on this side either. Maybe I'll put my Nabla shadows in this one, or maybe I'll put the Nabla shadows in... I'm gonna put the Nabla shadows in this, because this is very, very small and it's going to fit perfectly. Or maybe it won't even fit. That would be really annoying that I have one shadow too many here. So I have 2 more shadows. I need to just kind of put these in a different way here so that I can make a little more room. Is that going to work? Can I fit one more in here? I think I can. Okay, perfect. So these are my Nabla shadows. They're going to stay in here. And this mess of a palette, I guess, can just stay the way it is. Or maybe I... no, I'm just going to keep it the way it is for now anyway. Let's see what is in here. I think these are some of my lethal... okay, sweet. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. These are from Give Me Glow. I would like for those to have their own home. Will they fit in this palette? That is the question. Let's see how many can fit in here. If I can't fit them in here, I will, but I don't think I can do 3 down because these are just too big. Oh, man. That's going to be a tough fit. 1, 2, 3... 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I don't think I can go 4 this way. Can I? Maybe. It would be great if these would fit in here. Ooh, it's going to be a very, very tight fit, but I think we can do it. I think we can fit them all. All right, perfect. I love that. Love that. Okay, so these are my Gimme Glow Shadows. No, these are my, what did I just say? JD Glow Shadows. These are absolutely beautiful. So where did I put that? That blush from Lethal. I would like to put all of these in just a different, this is so big. This is way bigger than it needs to be. What is in here? Here we have, these are my Gimme Glow Shadows. Those can stay in here because they fit very nicely. So I think I'm gonna just leave those the way they are. What did I do with those other ones? But maybe what I'll do is I'm gonna move these into this little palette here, because I honestly do not ever reach for these because I have this palette stacked with my single shadows, so it's just sort of out of the way for me and I just never use it. This bronzer is obviously too dark for me. I don't know if you saw that at all, if you could see it, but it is a little too dark for me, but I'm gonna keep it anyway. What do I want to, this is a beautiful palette. I'd like to put something in here, but for now you're just going to be empty, I think. Aha, I found the other Lethal ones. So those are gonna get back into their own home, which was, why is this so hard? Why do I never know where literally anything is? Where did I put those? Oh my god, why am I like this? Okay, there it is. It was just hiding. We're gonna take those two as well and put these in here. I do have more of the face products from Lethal. This is a highlighter that I think I have depotted. Maybe what I'll do is I'll take all of my Lethal face products and put into one. I do have more than these, like I said, one palette, and then maybe I'll get more use out of them, but I'm not going to do that in this video. I'm just going to do that on the side. So do I want to put anything else in here? This is, again, like I said, kind of a mishmash of shadows. Maybe I can consolidate and put some more of these shadows in here as well, just to have like more in one palette. Honestly, I might just declutter my Makeup Geek ones. I really, really don't like them. I don't think that Makeup Geek is good at making colorful shadows. I think that they definitely thrive doing neutrals. So maybe I will just get rid of these just so I have more room. I'll move these over. These are from Colored Rain. Really like my Colored Rain single shadows. I think they have a beautiful, especially matte formula. So I'm very happy to have these. And I guess I will put the neutral Makeup Geek ones in with these as well. I don't know why I keep them, but I do. I'm gonna put these in here. These were from Shroud, like I said before. These, I think I might just declutter because, I mean, they're just not... I don't even remember where I got these or what brand they're from. They're very, very dry and just not really a formula that I enjoy. So I'm going to get rid of those two as well as all of these from Makeup Geek. Like I said, I just don't really like them. These are from Mba Cosmetics. And I haven't really used them too much. I feel like these are very just satiny. I just don't like the formula on these. They're basically just colorful satin shades. I'm not going to keep them actually. I'm going to keep this one though. This is a multi-chrome, even though it's kind of subtle compared to my Cliona ones, but I mean, I have room for it. I might as well just put it in here. So I'm actually going to declutter all of these because I just don't really like them. So I think that's basically going to be the gist of this. I wish I knew where I put the rest of the Shroud shadows. I cannot speak. But I think that's going to be it. I'm going to empty this one out. I'm going to clean this a little bit here just so that next time I put something in here, I won't be appalled when I open this and annoyed and not want to do anything. So I'm just going to wipe this ever so slightly. It's not perfect by any means, but that's okay. So I think that's basically going to be it. I'm pretty sure I've gone through everything now. That was a lot, but I'm glad I did that because I had stuff that was just all over the place that needed a new home. I didn't get to fill up any of my giant ones because honestly I don't really feel like, I don't know, I didn't feel like I needed it, but it's nice to have those palettes you know, as backups now, because I'm obviously going to be getting eventually more single shadows because of the nature of my channel and just kind of what I do, and brands like to send me single shadows because they know I like to play with them, which is true. So I think that's going to be it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. If you want to see more single shadow content, I do have a playlist that I will put on the screen. And if you're new and you want to see more like this, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!